Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Paula Spin, your dream. How have you been? How have you been? Well, welcome to How I Play Planetside 2. I've got some friends that have wanted to get in this game recently, and I just want to sort of show you the way that I play, what works for me. And this is sort of simply just the way that I do it, and it works for me. There are other ways to do this, but I think they're going to help you no matter what class you run. I'm pretty early here going to show you what class I run, what my fitting looks like, and all that. So I always spawn at the warp gate, the main base, back at the main base when I'm wanting to progress forward. So that's just a note here for you. And you'll see, I'll open up the map later to show you actually what I do to find where I want to go. Okay, so I'm going down here to infantry. You hit the options button to open up this menu. And I immediately want to show you what guns I use and when you should get them. And I think you get Infiltrator at level 3, maybe it's level 5. It's been so long since I've done it, I don't actually remember, but whatever. As soon as I get Infiltrator, I take Infiltrator. You're going to want to save up some certs because you're going to want the SOAS scout rifle or the Hellstorm submachine gun. Submachine gun, it has a higher rate of fire, but its accuracy at range falls off pretty sharply. Okay, and you can see that up there, a little blue thing in the middle of the screen there, the graph. Okay, so I use the SOAS 20, has a longer range, pretty good clip here, so you have lots of bullets. So you're going to want that, and the very next thing you're going to aim for, and I remember doing this when I started creating these. I have 3 different characters on Planetside. This is the main one that I use. Getting these 2 things. So here's the second thing for me is the HS in the scope. Fit this scope. This is a big part of my strategy. If you want to use your eyes, that's great. Use another scope, but you're going to see how I use night vision, and you probably will notice why I use night vision. Here's the forward grip. I've got it equipped. It makes the weapon a little more accurate, but for a long time I lived without it. It's not that big of a deal. And I don't have a suppressor on here, and I'm going to show them, and there's a reason why. It's because I don't want people to know where I'm at, and some of them make it easier to detect you. And the suppressor that actually doesn't make people easier to detect you actually affects your range. So you notice I'm not using a compressor. Anyway, so let's go on a sidearm here. You don't have to do this in the beginning, and all the classes generally have decent sidearms, but this is why I like the TR. Because of this auto shotgun, the T4 amp, and this TX1 repeater, which is actually what I've got on here. It's a triple burst repeater. The T4 amp that I'm looking at right now is the only auto submachine handgun you're going to find in the game. So it's really nice for if you switch in emergencies, just spray and hope. So, but the TX1 repeater actually fires basically like a machine gun because it's a triple burst, and you just you keep hitting the button and it sprays as well. And I like that about TR. But there are other sidearms if you're good with them, whatever. You're going to get more damage out of the NC sidearms. That's the blue, and the purple you're going to sort of get in between as far as rate of fire and damage. You get higher, TR gets, the red here that I am, generally gets higher rates of fire, a little less damage, a little larger clip, I believe is correct. If I'm wrong, somebody can, put it in the comments. I don't remember for sure, and it's been a while since I've studied this stuff, because I don't play Planetside all the time, but I do like it. I really enjoy this game quite a bit. So you're seeing my motion spotter here. Upgrading the motion spotter, yay. It's a really good idea, and You don't have to do that early on. It's not that big of a deal. In fact, I think you'll only have the other the recon detection device. I like the motion spotter a little bit better because it detects everybody all the time where the other weapon pulses. Okay, so here's the two different types of cloaks. The hunter cloak and then the stalker cloak, which I have upgraded. You're going to start with a hunter cloak, and I suggest you learn how to use that before you go to the stalker, because the stalker cuts off your primary weapon. It's the only thing in the game that does that. Okay, and you're also going to want to get claymores. So stay with the basic cloak, get some claymores. These are landmines that you can use for defense, and you can also use them for offense when you know the enemy's coming in. But you also can use it when you're hiding. So here's the first thing you want to do. You come out. You want to find your vehicle place, because you're going to want to drive or fly to where you're going. You know, early on you can't always get those, but you notice I pull up the map and I'm looking. Usually I would go to a small battle like that one, or I would actually go ahead of it one if I think the point is going to be hacked. And you can see the little timer there circling, showing you know, that it's getting hacked. Okay, so I can go one ahead of that because flight takes you a while to get there. Okay, so but here I want to show you, you know, how I would approach larger battles, like to place a waypoint where I'm going to go, you know, and then spawn as soon as you're able to, as soon as you get the levels to be able to spawn a mosquito. I know you can't do this early on, but this is the fighter. Flying is not that bad in Planetside. It's sort of awkward and funky, but whatever. It's not too bad. Landing is the problem. Okay? Landing, you're going to want to hold L1, and you're not going to stop immediately. Okay? And then you're going to want to tip your nose up. Okay? And I think you'll hopefully see a halfway decent example of this. I actually like flying on Planetside a lot better than I did when I played Dust. Of course, dropships and Dust were really hard to fly, but anyway, so you're going to see me tip the nose down here and then up. Okay, and you notice the first thing I do when I hit the ground is jump out, because there goes my nice little plane downhill. Okay, you know, didn't land in a good spot. I don't really care, to be quite honest with you. It does not matter to me. I don't care. That's where I came out. That's what I was wanting to do. Okay. So anyway, progressing forward here, using the night vision scope immediately to check what's going on. Okay, and we're already at the next base, so I'm progressing to the next base. So this will be continuing in the second video.